Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to study about compound shapes with a circle. So there is a circle and along with a compound shapes like a combined shapes with a circle, and we have to find the area and perimeter of 6 and 4. The length is 6 and its width is 4 centimeter, and here is a semicircle, half a circle. So here are basically two shapes. One shape is this rectangle and the second shape is the semicircle. So we have to find the area and perimeter. So first come to the area of one first shape, and the area of a rectangle is, as we know, the length multiplied by the width. So it will be 6 times 4 is equal to 24, and now we have to find the area of the second shape. So A2, it will be we know the formula for the area of a full circle is pi r square, and since this is half a circle, so this formula pi r square is of a full circle, right? So now here we have got a half of a circle or a semicircle, then we have to multiply it by 1 over 2. 1 over 2 pi r square is the formula for this half a circle. So it will give us 1 over 2, and we input the value of pi is 3.14, and r is the radius. So if we look at this length from here to this point, it's a 6, and it's the same as the diameter of this circle. So this would be 3 and this length would be 3, so the r would be in fact 3 square. So if we solve this question, okay, so it should give us right, so 3 square is 3 threes are 9, times 3.14, and it should give us this one, and then divided by 2, and it should give us 14.13. So 14.13 is the area of shape 2. So the composite overall shape area will be a1 plus a2, and that should give us 24 plus 14.13, and the area would be um, plus 24, and it would be 38.13, right? So now we calculate the perimeter. So perimeter of this shape, perimeter means all sides around this shape. So it's like this length, this one, and this whole. So this would be the perimeter. So to calculate the perimeter, so the perimeter of this one, if this is 4, that means this is 4. And the perimeter or the arc, circumference of a whole circle, we know that the formula for a whole circle's circumference is pi times d. D is diameter. So if we have to find the arc, this one, right, not a whole circle, it's a half circle, so we will just divide it by 2 so the value of pi is 3.14, and times the diameter, we already know that this length of this rectangle is same as this diameter 6 here. So the diameter is 6, and then we divide it by 2, 18.84, and then we divide it by 2, it gives us 9.42. And the perimeter of the first shape, if this is 6, 4, and then this means that this is also 4. So perimeter of the first shape is 16. So now the perimeter of whole composite shape will be P1 plus P2, and that should give us this answer 9.42 plus 16, and this should give us 25.42 centimeter, and that should be 20 times 2 is 40 centimeter. And now we have to find the area of shape 2. So the second shape is, if we can look here, it's 1/4 of a circle, right? So it's 1/4 of a circle. So if this is a whole circle, so it's just 1/4 part of a circle. So we have to divide a circle's area into 4, right? So we will just the formula for calculation of a circle's area is pi r square, and we divide this by 4 because it's 1/4 of a circle. So it will give us pi is 3.14, and the radius, we can see that the radius is 11 here. So 11 square and divide by 2, and this should give us, if we calculate, 11 square is 121, not plus, times 3.14. This gives us this one, and then we divide it by 4, right? And this gives us 94. This is not 2, this is 4 here. This is 4 here. So uh, this gives us the answer 94.98. So 94.98. So the area will be area 1 plus area 2, and that makes area 1 is 40, and 40 plus 94.98 plus 40, and this should give us 134.98. 134.98 centimeters square. So this will be the area of these two composite shapes. So now we have to find the perimeter of this composite shape, and the perimeter will be P1 plus P2, and we have to find in the same way P1 perimeter of this one. It will be like, if you see, is a radius. So if the radius is 11 here, so the radius will be same in a circle on all sides. So if this radius is 11, in total from this point to this point it's 20, so 20 minus 11 will give us 9. So from this point to this point it's a 9. So the perimeter of the first shape's perimeter will be 2 here, 2 here, so 2 plus 9 plus 2 plus 20. And now we have to find the perimeter of second shape, and the second shape is 1/4 of a circle. Perimeter, or the circumference of P2, place to this place, it's the arc length, of this sector, and then we also need this 11, which is the radius. So we have already calculated the first one. This one we have already calculated, this portion. This portion we have already calculated. Now we need to calculate, this one is the first part. So this is an arc length. For this we have formula pi d divided by 4, and then we have got this radius as well, 11. So we do it plus r, right? So pi is 3.14 times d is diameter. So 11 is if the radius, if this is a radius, so diameter is always double of the radius, right? So if radius is 11, then diameter is 2 and divided by 4 and plus the radius is 11. Okay, so now we try to 7 and then we add this with 11, it gives us 28.27. This gives us 28.27 of perimeter of P2. So now what we do is P1 plus P2, P2 plus P1, and that should give us plus 28.27 plus 33, and this gives us 61.27. So 61.27 is the perimeter of the second shape. So this is how we calculated the area of this composite shape here and perimeter of the composite shape here. So these two are our answers, and in the previous one this was our first answer, and this one again we have a similar type of question. And in this question, uh, first we have to find the area of the first shape and then area of the second shape. So area of the first shape is 17 times 2. It's a rectangle, so 17 times 2 is 34 centimeter square. So area is also in the unit is centimeter, then it's centimeter square. And now we have to find the area of the second shape, and it's 1/4 of a circle. So 1/4 of circle, the formula for the circle's area is pi r square, and the value of pi is 3.14, and the radius we already know, this is the radius, right? So 12 square, and now this should give us the answer. 12 square is 144 times 3.14, and then we divide it by 4, so this should give us 113.04. So this is the area of second. So what we do is A1 plus A2 is the area of both the shapes, and this should give us plus 34, 147, 147.04 centimeter square. So this should be our pretty much first question. And for perimeter, we have to find the P1 plus P2, and the P1 perimeter of the first shape. The radius here is 12. So that means the radius here, this is 12, and the length from here to here, whole length is 17. So this portion here, from here to here, this portion will be, right? So perimeter of the first shape will be 2 here, 2 here, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 21 plus 5 is 26. Now we have to find the perimeter of the second shape, and the second shape is, first we have to find the arc length. This is the arc length plus this area, which is 12. Okay, so the arc length, the formula with us is, since this is 1/4 of a circle, so arc length or the circumference is 1/4, and then pi is 3.14, and diameter, if 12 is the radius, then 24 will be the diameter. And we have to plus here additional this length as well. this formula will give us only this region in the red, the circumference. But for the perimeter, we need this length also. So for this length, it's 12. So we can do just 12 here. And let's solve this one. So 24 times 3.14, this gives us 75.36, and we divide this by 4. This gives us 18.84, and then we plus it by 12. It gives us 30.84. 30.84 centimeter. So we found this is now not the circumference, this is in fact P2, because we have added the 12 as well. So now this is the arc length plus 12 is in fact the perimeter of this shape. So we have to add both of these, perimeter 1 plus perimeter 2, P1 plus P2, and this should give us 26 plus 30.84. Perimeter of this 0.84. So this is the perimeter of the composite shape. So now we found the area and perimeter of composite shapes. So in the same way, here are some more questions. I'm not going to solve all these questions. I'll just explain how to solve. So here in this question, if you see, we have got two shapes, triangle here, and we have got another one. This one is a semicircle. So one is a triangle and another one is semicircle. So the area of a triangle is this is the first shape and this is the second shape. So we have to find A1 plus A2, and for A1, area of the first shape, we see it's a triangle. It's the formula for the area of a triangle is 1 by 2 length times height. So 1 by 2, if we say, if we take this is 10 as a length, then this 12 is as a height. You see, from this point to this point. So do not confuse it with this 13. Okay, it's just for the distraction. So you cannot use this one because this is not the height. The height is from the bottom up to the top. This 12 is in fact height. So this 10 times 12, and this should give us the 60 centimeter square. And now we find the area of the second shape. So area of the second shape is pretty simple. It's a semicircle and the radius is 5. So this should give us 1 by 2, pi is 3.14, and r is 5 square, and this should give you A2. So the area of this composite shape will be A1 plus A2. Similarly, you have to find the perimeter of this shape. So the perimeter will be P1 plus P2, and the perimeter of the first one is this length, right? And then we need this length as well. Okay, so if it's a semicircle here, so this length and this length, these two lengths should be equal. This is also 13. So perimeter of the first shape would be 13 plus 13, and the second one, we already know this is half of a circle. So the P1 is equal to 26 and P2 would be 1 over 2 pi times d. The diameter here is 10. So this should give us the P2. So then we can do simply P1 plus P2. Here in this shape, we have got two shapes, and the first shape we can see here, it is a rectangle, and the rectangle has a length of 10 and width of 6. So the area of the first shape is 10 6 are 60, and the area of in the second one, you see this one, area of 2 is, this is half a circle, so we can write half and then pi r square. So what is the radius? The radius of this semicircle. So how can we find the radius of this semicircle? We can just add up 5 plus 5 plus 6. So this will give us the diameter. So 5 plus 5 plus this one, we have to calculate this length as well. So this will give us, total is 16 is the diameter, right? So the diameter is 16. So that means 8 is this one. This portion is 8, and from the center this portion is 8. So the radius is 8. So how can we find 1 by 2? 3.14 times 8 square. So this is a2. So we can simply calculate this one and add this with a1. A1 plus a2 will be our area. And for perimeter, same way, we have to find this one, right? This area, this is an arc, and for the arc or the shape of the 2, perimeter of the shape 2, our formula is 1 over 2 pi times radius is 8, so the diameter will be 16, and then we have to add this length and this length as well, 5 plus 5, so plus 10. This will be the perimeter of second shape, and for the first shape the P1 will be, uh, this length is 10, this length is 10, 20, and this length is 6, so it will be 26 centimeter. So if we add P1 plus P2, we'll find the second one as well. So in this next question, we have got a shape whose whole of this length is 9 centimeter. And if this one is 4, so we can just find this one is 5. And if we can see, this one here is 1/4 of a circle. 1/4 of a circle circumference. So if it's 1/4 of a circle, then we can find the area of a circle and divide by 4. So if the radius from this point to this point is 4, then that means this is also 4. So we can find the area of one, the first shape, and then the area of second shape. So this is how area of the first shape, it will be 1 over 4 pi, and radius is 4. 4 square is 16. So this will give us area of 1, and area of 2 is equal to, here we have got a right angle triangle, and the formula for the triangle is 1 over 2, the length is 5, and the height here is 4. So this will give us the area of 2. So then a1 plus a2 we can easily calculate. So for perimeter of the shapes, we have, so this length from this point to this point, we already know it's 5 plus 4. Uh, or we can find the perimeter of both the shapes separately. So P1 plus P2. So the perimeter of the first one, for that P1, it's 1/4 of a circle. So 1/4 pi times diameter is 8. 4 is the radius, then diameter is 8. And we have to plus this length as well, the fourth, which is outside, right? So plus 4, this will give us the perimeter of the first one, and then perimeter of the second one. We have to add this 5 and 3. 5 plus 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8. So our final answer, if we add P1 plus P2, this should give us our final answer, and it is 6. So this is the area of this shape. So these two are our answers. This one is the first answer, and this one is the second answer. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you think that this video is helpful, please press the like button.